Sorry, had to put a little bit of Kinks in there for some intro music to just break the credit jungle intro on there. But that's just what's resonating in my head right now when we're talking about interest rates. Everybody thinks that the sky is falling because rates have gone up a good solid 2% in the last 100 days. And it's disheartening for a lot of people who are trying to purchase a home and now have seen that their payment has gone up on the same house, maybe $500-600. So I understand that, but again, I may not be the smartest guy in the mortgage business, but the one thing I have is perspective, and that's 33 years worth of going through cycles where we see rates go up, rates go down. And what I wanted to do is go to a chart here and just let you look at just a past few years. We don't even have to go back much further, because if we go back a lot further, we're going to see rates that were in the 8s and the 10s, and anybody out there that's my age or close to it knows that that really was happening. I mean, people did have mortgages that big for a while, but this is a graph here of bond prices, mortgage-backed securities, and this is the price of the bond coupons. So what you see here is when the price goes up, that means the rate goes down. And when the price goes down here, that means the rate goes up. Now, if we go back here, this isn't really that far along, because this is January of 2022, 21, 19, around the end of 2017. So we basically had here from this period here to this period here, from summer of 18 to summer of 19, I mean, we had rates that were in the 5s, and even for a short period, even higher than that. And if I could take this graph out here, going back several more years, we're going to find that for the most part, most people that have taken out a mortgage in the last 20 years were lucky to have gotten something below 5%. So when we're looking at all the things that have happened since COVID, now look at this. What do we got here? Here is March of 2020, and initially, not knowing the reaction, the rates kind of went up real quick, and then now again, this is prices. So as the price goes up, the rates go down, and we had almost perfectly for here, for a 2-year period until March of 2022, where we had rates that were in the high 2%, low 3% range. And a lot of people just thought that, well, hey, that's the range that every mortgage should be, and it's going to be that way, into the foreseeable future. Well, we're not. We're kind of getting back to what is normal here. And the thing that's important to understand is that when you go to buy a house, most people are not timing when they purchase a home saying, hey, rates are down, now's the time to buy a home. It's like, no, it's just time to buy a home, and we want to just get whatever rate we can get. And I have general contracted and built 2 homes previously. One of them I did in the early 90s. The other one I did about 6 years later. And at the time that the home was done and I was getting the financing for it, I mean, the rates weren't bad, but they weren't great either. And I got the house and I built the house and got the price. The price of the home was locked in, and that was great. And then I maybe had a payment that I wasn't comfortable with for a while, but at some point on each one of those properties, I was able to refinance and be able to get a lower rate. So the price of the home is going to be what it is, but once you've purchased it, that is a fixed component. You're not going to change what you paid for the home. But the good news is that you can change what you pay for the money. The money that you pay for a home is the interest rate on the mortgage. And if there's a lot of buyers out there that are being spooked by these higher interest rates, well, that's good news for you, because that means you have less competition. Don't be afraid to go out there into this market where rates are, give or take 5%, where a lot of people think, well, that's horrible, I would never buy a home in that. Well, you know what? You're not going to have that. You might have that home for 20 years, but you're not going to have that interest rate for 20 years. And things go around, and I think that anybody that is financing, $400,000 or more dollars, a 1% drop in the rate is absolutely worthwhile to be able to refinance. So the good news is just kind of roll with the punches. Don't get too reactionary and upset about things, and just realize that with every single door that's closing, there's another one that's opening, and maybe this is an opportunity to go out and get yourself into the market while everybody else is scared. So thanks for coming into thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson. Remember, you can push button, get mortgage professional, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions and how your personal finances might be able to weave into this market and make a great opportunity for you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.